Oklahoma. Number 13, Moore. Number 25, Thomason. Number 18, Gilbert. Number 5, Back. Number 2, Baker. Number 4, Hubbard. And the first baseman, number 20, Lones. And now your home team, McNEIL Mavericks. Leading off, left fielder, number 26, Ryan Morin. Third baseman, number 9, Ryan Bossick. Center fielder, number 18, Chris Windesman. First baseman, number 24, Jackson Collins. Catcher, number 27, Lance Balius. Right fielder, number 1, Jack Goins. Your starting pitcher, number 15, James Morio. Designated hitter, number 3, Caleb Mendoza. Shortstop, number 2, Sam Kubaini. Second baseman, number 17, Gavin Benoit. The Mavericks are led by head coach Silver Aguirre and assistant coach Zach Weichert. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special treat for the national anthem tonight. 8-year-old Jace Aguirre, son of head coach Silver, will be singing the national anthem for us. You can see Jace down on the M in front of us right now. Please stand and remove your caps. Nice work, Jake.
going on.
Now batting number 1, Jackson.
And are ready to get underway here. Leading off for the Vandegrift Vipers, the left fielder Jackson. Will be followed by the pitcher Braden Buchanan and then the designated hitter Oklahoma. First pitch from Morio is a fastball, misses a little bit outside, ball 1. Next pitch, fastball, misses a little low and inside, so counts 2-0. Pitch is over for a called strike 1. Third baseman Vosick playing a little bit shallow, but first baseman Collins is back normal depth. 2-1 pitch, fastball, misses a little high and outside, so we got a 3-1 count to leadoff hitter Jackson. Next pitch swung on, lofted into right field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Goins, the right fielder, bobbles the ball, so Jackson is going to be in at second base to start the inning.
Now batting number 15, Buchanan.
It'll bring up tonight's starting pitcher for Vandegrift, number 15, Braden Buchanan. Buchanan was the catcher in the previous game played on Tuesday night. First pitch to Buchanan, fastball over for called strike 1. Next pitch, breaking ball swung on and fouled softly over to third base coach, so Buchanan falls behind 0-2. Pitch swung on and fouled out of play behind the bleachers. First baseman Collins playing right on the edge of the infield grass. Pitch, fastball, misses high and out. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Buchanan. Ooh, 0-2 breaking ball just misses. A little outside and low, maybe.
Looked like a pretty good pitch, but I guess umpire thinks it was a little low.
So 2-2 count. Next pitch is swung on, grounded hard to third base. Vosick makes the play, throws over to first in time to get Buchanan. Vosick did a good job of trying to hold the runner at second with a couple of long looks before he threw it over there, but Jackson does advance from second to third on the play.
Now batting number 29, Oklahoma.
So Buchanan grounds out for the first out of the inning. That brings up the designated hitter, Oklahoma. Oklahoma was the pitcher in that 7-0 loss that the Mavs had on Tuesday night. Pitched 5 innings of only 1 hit ball, so good night on the mound for Oklahoma. He stands up with a 1-0 count. Next pitch looks at a good breaking ball in there for called strike 1. Next pitch, fastball swung on and missed, strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to the 3-hitter Okerholm. Leadoff hitter Jackson stands at third base. Next pitch swung on, fouled back out of play. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, lofted into left field. Warren is right underneath it. He makes the catch. Runner from third is going to tag up, and it looks like he's going to be in there and score on the sacrifice fly by Okerholm.
Now batting number 13.
So 2 outs, but 1 run comes across for Vandegrift. Score now 1-0 in the top of the first. Base is cleared, brings up the number 4 hitter, the third baseman Moore for Vandegrift. He checks his swing on the first pitch breaking ball, and umpire says he did not go around, so it'll be ball 1. Next pitch, fastball grounded sharply right up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Two-out single for Moore. That brings up the catcher, number 25, Thomason.
Now batting number 25, Thomason.
First pitch, Thomason. Changeup, swung on and missed. Strike 1. Morio goes inside and high with the fastball. Misses. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Thomason. Next pitch, good breaking ball. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. So with 2 outs, Morio working ahead with a 1-2 count. We're on first base. Moore starting to get a little bit more of a lead. See if he throws over to check him. And runner goes. Pitch is swung on and grounded foul just to the left side of the third base bag. So runner on first, Moore heads back to first base. We have another 1-2 count. And we'll see if another hit and run action is called here. He does not go. Pitch is up high and misses. Ball 2. Runner goes. Pitch is swung on, grounded softly to third base. Kicks off of the third baseman Ryan Vossick's glove, so it's going to be safe all around. Runner on first, Moore was running on the play, but he will remain at second base. And we have a courtesy runner, number 19, Graylin Spring, comes in place of the catcher Thomason, who just landed on first base there. So runners on first and second, 2 out. Brings up the right fielder Gilbert to the plate. He looks at the first pitch, fastball in the inside corner, called strike 1.
Gilbert.
Next pitch, curveball swung on and fouled softly and just out of the reach of the first baseman Jackson Collins in the foul territory towards first base. So he's in an 0-2 count now. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on first and second. And runners take off, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will end the inning. So first strikeout of the night for Morio. And that ends the top of the first. Vandegrift scores 1, and we head to the bottom of the first inning. Mavs coming up to their first at-bat. Score Vandegrift 1, Mavs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite you to the Stampede our grill and the Mav Mansion, which you can purchase any kind of snacks, drinks for your evening. So enjoy and make a trip to the Mav Mansion and Stampede Grill.
All right, top of the order for the Mavericks here tonight. Leading off will be the left fielder, Ryan Morin. He will be followed by third baseman, Ryan Vosick, and then the center fielder, the left-hand hitting Chris Windesman. First pitch to Morin, swung on, soft ground ball to third base. Third baseman makes the play and throws over to first in time for the first out of the inning. So one away for the Mavs brings up Ryan Vosick.
Now batting for the Mavericks, number 9, Ryan Vosick.
Vosick gets the fastball in there for called strike 1. Next pitch swung on and fouled directly back into the backstop, so 0-2 count. Third baseman playing pretty shallow, right on the edge of the grass. Next pitch swung on, grounded right to the second baseman. Fields it, throws to first in time for the second out of the inning. So that brings up Chris Windesman with 2 outs.
Now batting, number 18, Chris Windesman.
Windesman swings and misses the first pitch he sees, strike 1. Next pitch, breaking ball, misses outside and low. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Windesman. Next pitch swung on and missed, gets below the catcher's glove, goes back to the backstop, but he did swing at it. So 1 ball and 2 strike count now. Jackson Collins, the first baseman, on deck. Another breaking ball misses outside. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Comes a 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Oh, and he fouled it off of his ankle. And looks like that hurt. Windesman's going to get up and try to walk that off. He swung and that ball just shot directly down and either hit him in the foot or the ankle there, but looks like Windesman's all right. So count still 2-2. And Windesman steps back in. And here comes the pitch. Breaking ball misses a little high and inside. So it'll be a full count. Next pitch is swung on, popped up, shallow. Oh, it looks like there's some miscommunication between the pitcher and catcher. The ball was a catchable ball in foul territory there, but it gets down, so Windesman will head back with another life. You can see the pitcher and catcher looking at each other going, you got it? You got it? Who got it?
Yeah, it looks like they both thought the other one had it. And
Nobody got it.
nobody got it. Yeah.
That was probably catcher's ball, given where that thing ended up landing. Usually you want to keep your pitcher out of harm's way. In any case, here comes another 3-2 pitch to Windesman. Swung on, lofted, foul territory, third base side this time. Third baseman is over there, and he does not make the catch. Another ball that was catchable there. A little trickier than that previous one, but I think he was a little concerned about where the fence was and the dugout and various other things. So another life for Windesman with 3-2. Three-two pitch swung on and fouled, grounded out towards the right field side. So Windesman working on pitch number 10 this at-bat. And it's a good at-bat for him as another breaking ball misses outside, ball 4. So 2-out walk for Windesman. That'll bring up the first baseman, Jackson Collins.
Now batting first baseman, number 24, Jackson Collins.
First pitch to College, swung on and lined into the gap in right center field. That's going to get down for extra bases. Windesman rounding second, now rounding third. Outfielder falls down. Collins will be in at second, and Windesman comes all the way around from first base to score. Nice piece of hitting by Collins there. So an RBI, 2-out double for Collins. Ties the score at 1 apiece here in the bottom of the first.
That's why it's important when you can get the outs to get the outs. Vandegrift had 2 possible fly balls to get Windesman out, and they didn't get him out. And first pitch, Collins takes it to the fence.
Yep. So 2 outs now. Collins stands on second base after that RBI double, and the catcher, Lance Bailius, is up. He looked at called strike 1. Swings the next pitch, fouls it right back to the backstop. So quick 0-2 count for Bailius. Next pitch, fastball bounces in the dirt. Catcher keeps it in front of him, though, so Collins will stay at second. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bailius. Infielders not too concerned about Collins at second base. Next pitch is a breaking ball that goes behind Bailius and all the way back to the screen. And wild pitch enables Collins to advance from second to third now. See the starting pitcher for Vandegrift here, Buchanan, struggling with his breaking pitches tonight. Next pitch swung on, lofted into center field. Looks like that's going to get... Wow, that gets down. Center fielder made it had to go a long way there. Looked like he might have had it, but it gets down. And Bailius trades places with Collins.
That ball was a little deceiving. It looks like it was going to come down early, and it just kept sailing all the way.
It did. It just hung up there forever. No wind tonight, so the ball just hung up there. So a nice 2-out double. Back-to-back doubles for the Mavericks here. And they go ahead now, 2-1.
Good job by the Mavs taking an opportunity to score every time they can.
That's right. Brings up the right fielder, Jack Goins.
Now batting number 1, Jack Goins.
He swings the first pitch, lofts it into shallow center field. Center fielder is playing very shallow, though. He just runs over, grabs it, makes the play. But Mavs have a good inning. Back-to-back doubles, couple of RBIs. They tie it up and go ahead. And we head to the top of the second inning. Mavs up 2-1. All right, Mavs getting ready to work in the top of the second inning here. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for Vandegrift. First batter will be the shortstop back. First pitch to back, fastball misses a little bit low, ball one. Another fastball misses a little bit outside this time, ball two. 2-0 pitch catches the outside corner for called strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike to the hitter back. He'll be followed by the second baseman Baker and then the center fielder Hubbard. Next pitch is swung on and fouled back directly to the backstop. So Morio working back from 2-0. Now with a 2-2 count. Two pitch just misses a little bit high, ball 3. So full count now. Oh, 3-2 pitch misses just a little bit somewhere, and that is a leadoff walk.
Now batting number 2, Baker.
So back is aboard with a walk here in the top of the second inning. That brings up the second baseman Baker. Back with a pretty decent lead at first base. We'll see if he goes over there. Oh, shows bunt, pulls back, snap throw down to first base, not in time. Shows bunt, gets it down, but it hits the ground and then bounces off the hitter, so that'll be foul ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to the hitter Baker. Goes around to bunt again, lays it down, but this is foul again behind the circle. So now it'll be a 1-2 count. We'll see if they continue to try to bunt with 2 strikes or if they pull a different strategy here. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the night for Morio so far. That's the first out here, and that brings up the number 9 hitter, the center fielder Hubbard. First pitch to Hubbard misses high, ball 1. Next pitch, fastball misses. I guess it's a little low and inside or something there. He's gone there a couple times tonight. He's not getting it. So 2 balls and no strikes to the hitter Hubbard. Mario throws over to first base, check the runner. He's back safely in time. Next pitch swung on, lined into right center field. That's going to get down. And that's going to be in there for extra bases. Runner from first is going to come around and score. And the hitter, Hubbard, is going to try for 3, and he's going to be in with a stand-up triple.
Now batting number 1, Jackson.
So a 1-out RBI triple by the number 9 hitter Hubbard ties the score now at 2 apiece. Takes us back to the top of the Vandegrift lineup. Left fielder Jackson stands in there. He had a single in his first at bat in first inning. He swings at the first pitch and lofts a shallow fly ball, just gets out of the infield behind second base, and that's in there for another base hit. And that will score the runner easily from third base. So an RBI single for the leadoff hitter Jackson. Vandegrift goes up now by 1 run. Scores now 3-2. And that brings up the pitcher Buchanan, who grounded out to third in his first at bat.
Now batting number 15.
He looks at a first pitch breaking ball that cuts in and almost hits him, but does not. So ball 1. Next pitch, fastball in there on the inside corner, called strike 1. One pitch is a fastball, misses a little high and out. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Buchanan. Next pitch swung on, fouled towards the Vipers dugout over there. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. Jackson, the leadoff hitter, stands at first base. Next pitch, breaking ball, gets away from the catcher Balius, so Jackson will advance down to second base. And the count will go full to the hitter Buchanan. Designated hitter Oklahoma on deck for Vandegrift. It was a 3-2 pitch. Swung on and popped and fouled out of play. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And is a ball in the dirt, and that will be ball 4.
Number 29, Oklahoma.
And we're going to have a courtesy runner. Number 3, Thomas Allen, comes in to run for the pitcher Buchanan, who just walked. So he'll be the runner at first base. We got runners on first and second, 1 out. Designated hitter Oklahoma stands in. He had an RBI sac fly out to left field in his first at bat. Mavs looking for a nice tailor-made ground ball. Get a double play, get out of this inning, get the bats going here. Comes the first pitch to Okerholm. Fastball in there, called strike one, the inside corner. Goes up top with the heat there. Swung on a miss, strike two. So working ahead with a quick 0-2 count to the designated hitter Okerholm here. Big swing and a miss on a slider, strike three. Third strikeout of the night for Morio. Big one there for the second out of the inning. Brings up the number 4 hitter and third baseman Moore, who had a single in his first at bat.
Now batting with 13, Moore.
Breaking ball gets away from the catcher Balius, and both runners are going to move up. So runners on second and third now, 2 outs. Goes up top with a fastball. Hitter swung and missed, got a little foul tip of that. Found right back into Balius' glove, so it's a 1-1 count. Scoreboard says 0-2. I think it's actually 1-1. Next pitch, fastball, misses low and in the dirt. Okay, I stand corrected. The count is actually 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, grounded softly to second baseman. Takes a candy hop to send to Vanoy. Throws it over to first in time for the last out of the inning. So Vandegrift comes back, tacks on 2 more runs, goes ahead by 1. All right, starting pitcher for the Mavericks leading off this inning.
James Morio.
Number 7 hitter James Morio stands in. He'll be followed by the designated hitter Caleb Mendoza, and then the shortstop Sam Kubaney. First pitch to the left-hand hitted Morio is a breaking ball that misses far outside, ball 1. Next pitch swung on, grounded. Oh, it's grounded down the first base line, but it went off of Morio's foot, so that's called a foul ball by the umpire. It was a fair ball, and the first baseman kind of slipped and fell. Still made the grab, but as I mentioned, it went off of Morio's foot, so it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Next pitch swung on, grounded right in the hole. Second baseman makes a play on it, but is not going to be able to make the throw over to first, so Morio will be aboard with a leadoff single. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher Morio at first. Number 22, Ryan Shook, comes in to run for the pitcher Morio. That brings up the 8 hitter, the designated hitter tonight, Caleb Mendoza. He lays down a good bunt right down the first base line. Pitcher Buchanan is just going to tag him. So Mendoza is out on the tag on the bunt, but he does successfully sacrifice over the runner Shook to second base on that.
Great job by Mendoza. Great bunt down the first base line to move the runner over.
That's right, did a job there, did a job.
Now batting short.
So 1 out now, runner on second base, and number 9 hitter Sam Kubani, the shortstop, stands in at the plate. Kubani swings and misses the first pitch, strike 1. Shook with a pretty aggressive lead at second base there. Next pitch to Kubani is a slider that catches the outside corner, strike 2. Next pitch swung on, fouled, out of play. Runner on second, Shook with a pretty substantial lead. Not infield, not working him too much. And next pitch is a breaking ball that just misses. So it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes to the hitter Kubani. One-two pitch, another breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. That's the first strikeout of the night for the pitcher Buchanan. And that brings us to the top of the Mavericks order. Ryan Morin comes up, grounded out to third base in his first at bat. Next pitch swung on, hard ground ball, grounded right to the shortstop. Throw over to first base is in time, and that will end the inning. So a leadoff single, but the Mavs leave that runner stranded. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Score is still Vandegrift 3, Mavericks 2.
Now batting number 25.
All right, 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for Vandegrift here in the top of the 3rd inning. First batter here is the catcher Thomason, who was safe on an error by the third baseman the first at bat. First pitch fastball misses in there just a little bit inside and low, ball 1. Next pitch swung on, lofted into right field. Right fielder Goins is underneath and makes the grab for the first out.
Now batting number 18, Gilbert.
So 1 quick out here in the top of the 3rd inning brings up the right fielder and number 6 hitter Gilbert. He struck out in his first at bat in the 1st inning. He shows bunt and offered at it but missed it, so that'll be strike 1. And he kind of tried to check his swing there, but it hit his bat anyway, so that'll be a foul ball. Strike 2. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. And that is the 4th strikeout tonight for Morio. 2 outs now in the top of the 3rd. Brings up the number 7 hitter, the shortstop back, who had a walk in his first at bat. Also scored a run in the 2nd inning. Looks at a first pitch fastball, catches the outside corner, called strike 1. Next pitch, breaking ball, came in tight on the hands, but he kind of tried to check his swing unsuccessfully there, and he fouled it off, so that'll be 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch, fastball, gets away outside and goes to the backstop there, so it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes. To back. 2 outs, nobody on. Next pitch called strike 3 on the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts. And strikeout number 5 for Morio on the evening. 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Mavs coming up to bat, chasing 1 run. Vandegrift up 3-2. Take a moment here to recognize one of our sponsors, Ortho 360. 20 years of creating smiles. Folks in the greater Austin area, at Ortho 360, we believe that everyone deserves a healthy and beautiful smile with a functioning bite. Dr. Amber Burgess, Dr. Stan Henry, and the team at the Ortho 360 offices are designed to offer a fun and laid-back orthodontic experience. We specialize in orthodontics for both children and adults through a variety of treatments and options. We are a top 1% Diamond Plus Invisalign provider in North America, and our doctors are among the most experienced Invisalign providers. We offer free in-office and virtual consultation. Schedule a free consultation today to find the best treatment for you at www.ortho360.com. All right, Ryan Vosick leading off the inning here for the Mavericks. First pitch breaking ball nearly misses him. Probably would have hit him if he wouldn't have ducked. So it's a 1-0 count to Vosick. Next pitch fastball catches the outside corner, called strike 1. Vosick grounded out to second base in his first at bat. Big swing and a miss is the next pitch, strike 2. And Vosick will be followed by the 3-4 hitters, Chris Windesman and Jackson Collins. Next pitch, fastball, misses outside, gets through the legs of the Vandegrift catcher. Goes back to the screen, so it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes now to count to Vosick. Next pitch swung on, fouled out of play. Two-two pitch. Another breaking ball. This one goes behind Vosick. And count will go to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Vandegrift pitcher once again struggling with command over that breaking ball he's trying to throw. Next pitch swung on, fouled. Out of play again over on the right side. Comes a 3-2 pitch. Ball misses outside. And Vosick is aboard with a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Meat of the order now stacking up for the Mavericks. Number 3 hitter Chris Windesman steps in. He walked on an
Now
11
batting,
pitch,
breaking,
10 or 11 pitch
Ferguson.
at bat in his first at bat there. He also scored a run with the first run scored. Vosick takes off on the first pitch. And it looks like Windesman fouls that pitch off, maybe again, off of his foot. Looks like he's okay. Wasn't nearly as bad as when he fouled that first pitch off in the first inning there. So Windesman's in with an 0-1 count. Pitcher throws over to first, check Vosick. He's back in time. Next pitch, swung on and missed by Windesman, strike 2. Ooh, next pitch, breaking ball. Did have command on that one. Looks like it just didn't quite get down enough. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now, the count to Windesman. And Windesman calls time. It's granted by the umpire. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball down to the dirt, kept in front by the Vandegrift catcher, so it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Next pitch swung on, grounded softly to second base. Second baseman fields it and throws it in time to get the force out at second. So Vosick is forced out on the fielder's choice. So Windesman the runner at first now. Okay, now we're going to have some sort of conversation initiated by the Vandegrift head coach between the umpires. Not quite sure what might be up for debate there.
I think they're saying that.
Hard slide?
Yeah, I think they're saying that maybe Vosick popped up and got in his way, but I just didn't see anything like that.
Okay, well, whether it was that or whatever it was, looks like there's no change on the field. So
Now batting for the Mavericks, number 24.
1 out.
Jackson Collins.
Windesman the runner at first. That brings up the number 4 hitter Jackson Collins, who had an RBI double in his first at bat. First pitch to Collins, fastball into dirt, gets away from the catcher. And that allows Windesman to easily advance down to second base on the wild pitch. So runner in scoring position here with 1 out for the Mavericks. Breaking ball misses low and outside. So hitter's count now for Collins at 2-0. Catcher Lance Bailey stands on deck. Next pitch comes in real close. Narrowly misses Collins there. 3 balls and no strikes now the count. .30 pitch, get me over, strike called. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Collins. Pitcher Buchanan steps off. Get another sign from his catcher here, resets. Comes the 3-1 pitch. Fastball in the outside corner, called strike 2. Full count to Collins now. Next pitch swung on, fouled out of play behind the screen. Swung on and grounded right up the middle into center field for a base hit. Windesman is going to take a big turn at third base, but he's going to hold up as the throw would have been right on line. But Collins stays hot with the bat and adds a single to the double in the first inning. And we now have runners on first and third, one out, brings up the catcher Lance Balius, who himself also had a double back in the first inning. So the Mavericks threatening here with runners on first and third and one out. First pitch swung on, fouled out of play on the right side. Next pitch swung on and missed. And we have a delayed steal attempt, and that is going to cause the runner, Windesman, to come in from third safe as the throw is offline at home. Collins, actually, who was hung up in between first and second to cause that diversion, safe all around and actually gets to third base on the throw. So a little bit of confusion and chaos on the bases caused by the Mavericks there. Brings a run in, ties the score at 3 apiece. And now Collins stands at third base with one out and an 0-2 count to the hitter Balius. Pitcher Buchanan goes from the windup now with 2 strikes and a runner on third. And the breaking ball misses outside. So a 1-2 count now to Balius. Next pitch, fastball misses low, ball 2. 2-2 pitch. Called strike on the inside corner, strike 3. That brings up number 6 hitter Jack Goins with 2 outs now, and Jackson Collins the runner on third. Goins flew out to center field in his first at bat. He looks at the first pitch, fastball misses a little inside, ball 1. 2 strikeouts on the night for the pitcher Buchanan for Vandegrift. Big swing and a miss. The next pitch, fastball outside, strike 1. Next pitch, fastball misses low and outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count now to Goins. Big breaking ball in there for called strike 2 on the inside corner. Two count to Goins, and here comes the pitch. And that pitch hits him. Another breaking ball that just didn't quite do its thing. So Goins is down with a 2-out hit by pitch.
Vandegrift pitcher has had some control struggles with that breaking ball, and that one hit Goins. He takes the base. And then coach is coming out for Vandegrift now. Talk to his pitcher about that.
Looks like it's just a conversation. He's going to keep his pitcher in. But this is an interesting situation for Mavericks here because the runner on first, Goins, does have some speed and is crafty on the bases. We'll see if... And we also have the pitcher, Morio, up to bat here, who had a hit in the first inning, or his first at bat, I should say. But we'll see if we don't engineer another one of these delay steal to try to sneak the runner from a third base Collins in on this.
Now batting for the Mavericks pitcher, number 15, James Morio.
All right, so 2 outs, runners on first and third, and the pitcher for the Mavericks, James Morio, stands in. Runner goes immediately, and the throw is...
I thought they would do that. Goins is just too fast. I figured Aguirre would go ahead and send him, get both runners in scoring positions with Morio hitting well.
So the pitch was a ball, and Goins stole second base. So runners on second and third now. And the 1-0 pitch to Morio is a ball that misses inside, so 2-0 count. Two-0 pitch swung on, is in the gap between first and second. Base hit. One run's going to score, and Goins with his speed is going to get in there, and he is down with he scores. Throw gets away from the catcher, and Morio will walk easily down to second base with a 2-out, 2 RBI single. And it looks like that is going to be the end of the evening for the pitcher Buchanan. Well executed hitting and base running there by the Mavericks. Puts them ahead 5-3 now in the bottom of the third inning, and we're going to have a pitching change for Vandegrift.
Take your time and I'll be waiting. Keep me in mind.
Still waiting to see who our new pitcher is. Oh, we got somebody on the mound here. Let's see if we can find a number for you.
You know, I was just thinking about this. I think we've scored all 5 runs on 2-out hits, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right.
Ladies and gentlemen, directly from the Stampede manager, Jeff Collins, he would like to announce that we have $3 burgers and $1 hot dogs.
You are right, Mr. Ritter. In the first inning, we had the 2 runs that scored with 2 outs. And this inning, both of those runs came with 2 outs.
Yes. It's a good job by the Mavericks to capitalize on.
It's an interesting way to live, but hey, you know, we'll get the runs whatever motivates us.
However they get over the plate is how they get over the plate. That's what you want.
All right, looks like number 45, Daniel Farrow, is our new pitcher for Vandegrift.
Farrow was actually the second. Farrow was the second pitcher in the game 2 days ago as well.
That's right. He did come on in relief from the starting pitcher on Tuesday, Okerholm. Pitched 2 innings to end the game. So the starting pitcher for Vandegrift, Buchanan, exits 2 2/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. And that was over a course of 64 pitches across those 2 2/3 innings for Buchanan. Number 22, Ryan Shook, goes out to courtesy run for the pitcher Morio on second base, who had that clutch 2-out, 2 RBI single that led to this pitching change here. So Farrow ready to go, and he will face the designated hitter and 8th spot in the lineup, Caleb Mendoza, who had a sacrifice bunt in his first at bat. That moved the runner over to second in the second inning. As I mentioned, Farrow comes in with 2 outs and inherits the runner on second base, Ryan Shook. Mendoza swings at the first pitch, fouls it up in the air and back behind the press box.
I like it. Caleb's not waiting to see what happens. He's ready to swing the bat and score another run here. I like that.
That's right. Go get that first pitch fastball. Comes the 0-1 pitch to Mendoza. Fastball on the outside part of the plate, called strike 2. Next pitch, breaking ball. Mendoza stays in there and fouls it off. So count remains 0-2. Sam Kumbedi, the on-deck hitter. Should Mendoza reach safely here with 2 outs. Next pitch, breaking ball. Oh, looks like we're going to have a balk called. Okay, so no pitch. Balk is called. And Shook advances to third on that.
Balks plenty tonight in the early game. With JV, there were 5 called. Now we got 1 called here. So that's 6 balks for the day at McNEIL Field.
All right, so Shook now a runner at third base with 0-2 count to Mendoza. Next pitch, breaking ball. Misses inside for ball 1. Big swing and a miss and a strikeout, or a fastball up high, strike 3. But the Mavs tack on 3 runs that inning and go back up on top. And we head to the top of the 4th inning. Score Mavericks 5, Vandegrift Vipers 3. Bottom of the order coming up for Vandegrift here in the top of the 4th. Leadoff hitter will be the second baseman and number 8 hitter Baker, who struck out in his first appearance. First pitch fastball misses a little bit high, I guess. Ball 1. Pitcher Moria working on pitch number 66 of the evening. Another fastball misses high and outside, ball 2. Two-oh pitch, fastball swung on and missed. So the count will be 2 balls and 1 strike to the second baseman Baker. He'll be followed by the center fielder Hubbard, who tripled in his first bat. And then back to the top of the Vandegrift order. Oh, that's a breaking ball that just a little bit outside. 3 balls and 1 strike, the count to Baker. Another fastball, big swing and a miss, strike 2. So full count to Baker. Oh, 3-2 slider just misses outside, ball 4. So leadoff walk for the number 8 hitter Baker, and that brings up number 9 hitter, the center fielder Hubbard. Had that big RBI triple back in the second inning. First pitch swung on and fouled softly over towards the Mavericks dugout. Not much of a lead for the runner Baker at first base. Next pitch, curveball just misses a little bit up. Ball 1. Fastball misses a little bit inside. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count now. Umpire's got a pretty tight zone tonight compared to some of the other umpires we've seen out here so far this season. Next pitch, fastball, big swing and a miss, strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. To Hubbard. Baker still the runner standing on first base. 2-2 pitch swung on, lofted into foul territory on the right field side. That's going to get out of play. Comes a 2-2 pitch. Swung on, line gets over the head of the third baseman, Vosick, and into the left field for a single. So runners on first and second now here in the top of the 4th inning. Going back to the top of the Vandegrift lineup, the left fielder Jackson stands in. He got 2 singles on the night. And Coach Aguirre comes out to have a conversation with his pitcher Morio and the catcher Balius about what they want to do here. Coach Aguirre heads back to the Mavericks dugout. Hitter Jackson stands in. With runners on first and second, nobody out. He squares around to bunt. Looks like he pulled back, but the pitch was over the plate, so called strike 1. First baseman Jackson Collins playing on the grass with runners on first and second. Squares around to bunt again. Pitch misses outside for ball 1. Squares around to bunt. Big curveball misses inside. Count is now 2-1. Another bunt attempt, but it is fouled back, so that will be strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to the hitter Jackson. And first baseman Collins playing about 6 feet up on the first base grass. Next pitch is swung on and fouled back out of play. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and lofted, foul down the first base line. A couple of feet off of the right field line there. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses high, gets away from the catcher Balius and back to the screen, so both runners will advance up 1 base. we got a full count now. Three-two pitch. Swung on, grounded right to the first baseman. Collins throws home, and they will get the lead runner trying to advance there.
Great play by Collins.
Nice heads-up play by Collins.
Great play by Collins right there.
And a good throw to home to make that an opportunity there to get the out. So Baker is out trying to advance to home for the first out of the inning. Hubbard does advance to second on that, from second on that. And Jackson is on with the fielder's choice at first base. That brings up the number 2 hitter, Braden Buchanan, who grounded out to third base and walked in his 2 appearances tonight. First pitch is in there for called strike 1. Runner goes from first. No, he does not. He got about halfway out there and decided to run back. The pitch from Morio is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner for called strike 2. So an 0-2 count here to Buchanan. Goes up top with a fastball, misses high. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to here Buchanan. Hubbard the runner on third, Jackson the runner on first, with 1 out. Next pitch is grounded right to, oh no. Hits the shortstop Kubaini right in the face.
Oh no.
And
that ball hit Sam right in the head. Oh my gosh.
so we've got a timeout on the field here while the training staff comes out to check on the shortstop Kubaini, who was right in line to that ground ball that just kicked right up and took a hard shot in the facial area there from what we could see here from the
I think that ball jumped up and hit him right in the forehead. It looked like he went down and did not get back up, didn't move.
There's a bit of a flare up in the bleacher area here on the Mavericks side, as you could see on the video stream there. The umpires did not stop play once Kubaini went down with the obvious injury there. So if everything stands as played, both base runners came around and scored, which will make the score tied at 5-5. And Buchanan, the hitter, actually advanced to second base during the chaos there. Looks like Kubaini is going to get up and walk off the field on his own power, so that's good to see. And it looks like the Ryan Vosick is going to shift over from third base and play shortstop. And number 29, Caleb Crail, is going to come in and be the new third baseman.
Caleb Krell will enter the game at third base. Number 9, Ryan Bossack will move to shortstop. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been told that we have hand warmers and hot chocolate. So if you're cold and would like to warm up, we have hot chocolate and hand warmers.
Okay, it looks like that everything that transpired on that play is going to stand. So 2 runs came across. We're now tied up 5-5. Okerholm, the number 3 hitter, stands in. We've got run out and a runner on second base. First pitch to Okerholm, breaking ball in there for called strike 1. Okerholm with an RBI sac fly and a strikeout in his last at bat. Goes up top of the fastball, swung on and missed, strike 2. Oh, 2 count to Okerholm. Oh, another fastball that seemed to be middle, but was called a ball. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Okerholm. Goes up top of the fastball that misses. Count now 2-2. Buchanan, the runner at second. Two-two pitch swung on, lofted softly to second base with Gavin Van Noy, the second baseman, makes a diving play to get that.
Great catch by Van Noy there. Get that second out.
Caught the ball in the air right before it landed there for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs. Brings up the number 4 hitter Moore, who singled and grounded out to second base so far tonight. Looks at the first pitch in there, called strike 1 on the outside corner. Next pitch, breaking ball, just a little bit inside, misses, ball 1. One pitch swung on, fouled right back and hits a pole, holding up the screen here. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Buchanan still standing on second base, the runner for Vandegrift. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Goes up top with a fastball, misses high, ball 2. Two-two pitch. Fastball swung on, just gets a piece of it foul. So another 2-2 pitch for the hitter Moore. Breaking ball misses high, so count will go full. This will be pitch number 100 on the night for Morio. Oh, fastball misses just low for ball 4, but they've got the runner Buchanan hung up between second and third. Oh, throw was high though from Vosick to Krail at third, so Buchanan is in at third base safely. And it's a 2-out walk for Moore. So we got first and third now. Runners on first and third with 2 outs. Brings up the catcher, Thompson, who was safe on an error and flew out to right field in his 2 at-bats today. First pitch swung on and missed. Fastball, high heat, strike 1. Runner throws from first. Pitch is swung on and grounded sharply right at third base and gets through for a single. 1 run's going to score on that. And runner on first advances to third. So we've got runners on first and third again with 2 outs. And it looks like that's going to do it for the pitcher Morio tonight. So Buchanan scores, makes the score 6-5 Vandegrift. And on pitch number 101, that's going to end the night for the starting pitcher, James Morio. And our relief pitcher is number 5, Jacob Ritter, comes in relief. So we'll let him get his warm-ups, and we'll be right back. All right, so Jacob Ritter comes in as the relief pitcher here in the top of the 4th inning. He inherits 2 outs, runners on first and third, and he will face the number 6 hitter, Gilbert, who has struck out in both of his at-bats today. Runner takes off from first. The pitch is a called strike. And runner is in safely at second base, so it'll be runners on second and third now with 2 outs. And an 0-1 count to Gilbert. It was like the first pitch was actually a ball, so it is. The next pitch was down low in the dirt, so 2-0 count. Never mind, now the scoreboard is changing its mind. It's actually a 1-1 count. Next pitch inside, counts now 2 balls and 1 strike. Catcher Balius heads out to have a quick conversation with the pitcher Ritter. Two balls, 1 strike to the hitter Gilbert. Next pitch, breaking ball somehow misses. That pitch looked mighty good from where we're sitting. I guess we'll have a 3-1 count. Pitch is swung on, grounded right to the second baseman. Van Noy makes the play, throws over to first base.
Yes.
Woo! Woo! Throw was offline. Collins, the first baseman, had to make a diving grab and then touch the bag with his glove. Bit dramatic, but umpire calls it out. So Ritter comes in, gets out of the jam.
Thank you for all your support.
But Vandegrift goes back on top with 3 runs that inning. Score is now 6-5. Mavs chasing 1 run heading in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be right back. All right, leading off for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 4th inning, the new third baseman, Caleb Crail. Looks the first pitch in there, called strike 1, fastball. The fastball misses inside and low. So count will be 1-1 to Crail. Next pitch, fastball misses high and inside. So it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled, sharply out of play on the right field side. Next pitch, another foul ball, heads out of play. A couple of scores from around the district here. Round Rock defeats Hutto by a score of 4-2. Westwood over Stony Point 4-1. And Vista Ridge currently leading Cedar Ridge in the top of the 5th inning by a score of 5-1. As Crail swings and misses on that last pitch for a strikeout, first out of the inning.
Now batting number 26, Ryan Marin.
So 1 out brings up the top of the Mavericks order, Ryan Marin. So first pitch breaking ball that misses. Ball 1. And the breaking ball, this one does come back in time and catches the inside corner for called strike 1. Swinging a foul tip back into the catcher's mitt. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. Swing and a miss for another strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for pitcher Farrow here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Brings up Ryan Vosick. Walked in his last at bat. Swings the first pitch fastball and fouls it off out of play over the right field side. Next pitch swung on, grounded softly to third baseman, throw over to first base in the dirt, but a nice scoop by the Vandegrift first baseman in time to retire the side. So 1-2-3 inning for the Mavericks, no runs, no hits. Head to the top of the 5th inning. Vandegrift still up 1, 6-5. All right, 7, 8, 9 due up for Vandegrift here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch to the leadoff hitter back is inside for ball 1. Back with a walk and a strikeout in his 2 appearances tonight. Next pitch swung on, lofted sky high, right behind shortstop. Shortstop Vosick is over there, and he makes the grab for the first out.
Now batting number 2, Baker.
So 1 quick out here in the top of the 5th brings up the number 8 hitter, second baseman Baker, also with a walk and a strikeout tonight. First pitch fastball misses a bit high, I guess.
I thought it was good, but I guess it was a bit high. And
tight zone tonight, as we mentioned earlier.
It's a tight zone, you're right.
Next pitch, nice breaking ball in there, called strike 1. One pitch fastball misses a little bit high and in, ball 2. Next pitch misses outside, so count will be 3 balls and 1 strike to the hitter Baker. One pitch swung on and fouled back into the screen. So count will go full. Three-two pitch swung on, popped sky high, shallow infield. Bailey's the catcher, comes out 3/4 of the way up first base line of foul territory to catch.
Ball went about a mile in the air.
It sure did. Boy, I thought that ball was going to be like right over towards the pitcher's mound and ended up.
Yeah, it started fading back this way.
Yeah. But good catch on the pop out there by Balius, who comes out of the box quite a distance to get it. That's 2 away here. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Hubbard, who had a triple and a single tonight. First pitch to Hubbard, fastball misses outside and low, ball 1. Big swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 1-1 the count to Hubbard. Nobody on. 2 outs. The breaking ball misses low and inside, so it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Heart of the order due up for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 5th. 3, 4, 5 hitters. Two 1 pitches outside. So it'll be a 3-1 count. And next pitch misses a little bit high and outside, ball 4. So Hubbard is on with a 2-out walk. And that brings us back to the top of the Vandegrift order. Left fielder Jackson, 2 singles and was safe on a fielder's choice back in the 4th inning.
Now batting number 1, Jackson.
Runner goes from first. Pitch gets away from the catcher Balius. So he is in easily at second base and he throws down to second base, which is going to allow the runner to go to third. So Hubbard now stands at third base with 2 outs. And a 1-0 count to our hitter, Jackson. Next pitch misses a little bit high, ball 2. Fastball must have missed high. So it's 3 balls and no strikes to the hitter Jackson.
Another
balk.
balk.
We have a balk called.
Wow. That's 6 balks tonight.
So Hubbard, the runner on third, comes home to score on the balk. And here comes a 3-0 pitch. Fastball misses inside, ball 4. So score is now 7-5 in favor of Vandegrift. Still have 2 outs. Here in the top of the 5th, Buchanan now the hitter, number 2 hitter. Rutter throws over to first. Pretty close play. But he's back safely. The hitter Buchanan singled in his last at bat, also walked and grounded out to third. Oh, we have another balk called.
I don't understand that at all.
So the field umpire is trying to explain to the pitcher Ritter what the nature of the balk was. Seems like he's trying to say he's doing some sort of rocking motion when he's coming set. Not quite sure Haven't seen these many balks in a varsity game in quite some time, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on here. But in any case, Jackson now the runner at second base on the balk. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. And that was actually the first pitch of the at-bat, so it's 0-1. Big swing and a miss, another breaking ball, strike 2. So Ritter working ahead, 0-2 on the two-hitter Buchanan. Comes the 0-2 pitch. It's up high outside with a fastball, misses ball 1. One-two pitch down in the dirt, gets away from the catcher Balius. So Jackson will move up to third. Two balls and 2 strikes, the count. Next pitch is swung on and grounded right up the middle for a base hit. So 2-out RBI single for Buchanan. Makes the score 8-5 Vandegrift.
Now batting number 29, Okerholm.
And have a courtesy runner number 19, Graylin Spring, goes in to run for Buchanan. That brings up the number 3 hitter, Okerholm, who was yet to reach safely tonight. Popped out to second, struck out, and had a sack, RBI sack fly back in the first inning. Ritter throws over to first, check the runner, he's back safely. First pitch to Okerholm, fastball inside, misses high. Next pitch comes in a little too far inside and hits Okerholm in the square of his back. So he will head down with a hit by pitch. Buchanan, or the courtesy runner for Buchanan, Spring, moves to second. So we've got runners on first and second now with 2 outs. And Coach Aguirre is going to head out and have a conversation with his pitcher Ritter. Looks like we are going to have a pitching change. We are number 8, Roman Fila, the lefty, is going to come in and relief for Ritter. So we'll let Fila get his warm-up pitches in here, and we'll be right back. Top of the 5th inning, 2 outs. Score is Vandegrift 8, Mavericks 5.
Roman Fila.
All right, new pitcher for the Mavericks. Fila is ready to go. He inherits a runners on first and second with 2 out situation here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch is a called strike to the hitter Moore. Moore with a single, grounded out to second base, and then walked in his last at bat. Next pitch, breaking ball, misses a little high and outside. Count is now 1-1. Big swing and a miss. The next pitch, strike 2. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. So Fila comes in and gets out of the jam. But Vandegrift tacks on 2 more runs here in the top of the 5th inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Mavs chasing 3. Score is Vandegrift 8, Mavericks 5. All right, as we said, heart of the order due up here for the Mavericks in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Now batting number 18, Chris.
Leading off, Chris Windesman. Scored twice tonight. He looks the first pitch fastball, misses for ball 1. It'll be Windesman followed by Collins. And then the catcher, Lance Balius. First pitch is a hard chopper, grounded right back and caught by the pitcher. Throws over to first in time for the first out of the inning. One away brings up first baseman Jackson Collins, who has a double and a single on the night. 2 runs scored. First pitch, breaking ball, misses low and outside. Ball 1. Next pitch, fastball in there for called strike 1 on the outside corner. Another fastball in there, called strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes to Collins. Next pitch, breaking ball, fouled off. Oh, I think it actually hit one of the lights. Hit one of the lights on the right field side and then kicked out of play. Another breaking ball fouled off, out of play. Balius, the catcher, stands on deck. Next pitch fastball misses behind the head of the batter Collins. Did not hit him, so it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch fastball misses outside. This will be 2-2. Next pitch swung on, lofted into shallow center field. Center fielder coming out hard, charging it, and he will make the grab for the second out of the inning. Brings up the catcher, Lance Bailius, who had a double in that 2-run first inning for the Mavericks. He looks at the first pitch, a fastball, called strike on the outside corner. Next pitch, breaking ball, misses low into the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The fastball misses low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Fastball misses outside and gets away from the catcher, so it'll be 3 balls and 1 strike to Bailius. And it'll be another fastball misses high and out, ball 4. So Bailius is on with a 2-out walk. That brings up the right fielder, Jack Goins, who flew out and then scored a run after being hit by a pitch on his last at-bat in the 3rd inning. He looks at the first pitch fastball in there, called strike 1. Big swing and a miss on the next pitch. Fastball outside for count now goes to 0-2 on Goins. 2 outs, Bailius the runner at first base. Pitch misses outside. Oh, he called that a strike. Okay, it is strike 3. So that strikeout ends the inning. No runs, no hits for the Mavericks. We go to the top of the 6th. Score is still Vandegrift 8, Mavericks 5.
Number 25, Thomason.
All right, leading off for Vandegrift here in the top of the 6th inning, the catcher Thomason. First pitch from Fila is a fastball, misses outside for ball 1. Thomason safe on an error the first inning, flew out to right field, then had a single in the last inning. Next pitch misses high, ball 2. The fastball misses a little high and out, so count goes to 3 balls and no strikes to the number 5 batter, Thomason. 3-0 pitch misses out inside and low, ball 4. So leadoff walk for Thomason.
Now batting number 18, Gilbert.
Brings up the right fielder, Gilbert. Struck out twice and grounded out to second base in the 4th inning. First pitch breaking ball seemed to fool his catcher there. Bailey stood up and then had to kind of sit back down on that one because it had a good break, but it does miss for ball 1. Next pitch fastball is in there for a called strike, outside part of the plate. Squares around to bunt, pops it up. Oh, Balius made a valiant effort to try to catch that pop foul there. Kicks off the heel of his glove though and gets away. So Gilbert returns with a 1-2 count. Pitch misses just a little bit inside. So kind of a 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gilbert. Thomason still standing on first base. Leadoff walk. He takes off. Pitch is swung on and missed, and he will be in. Runner will be in safely at second, as catcher Balius was unable to make the throw down. But second strikeout of the night for Fila, and that's 1 away here in the top of the 6th. Brings up the shortstop and 7-hole hitter back. First pitch breaking ball misses outside and low. Back 0 for 2 on the night with a walk, strikeout, and then popped out to shortstop in his last at bat. So next pitch breaking ball in there for called strike 1. Big swing and a miss and a fastball up high. So Field working ahead with a 1-2 count on back. The hitter. Big swing and a miss. Another fastball there, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Fila here in the top of the 6th. Third strikeout for Fila. And with 2 away, brings up the second baseman and 8-hole hitter, Baker. Oh, looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here. We are. Number 21, Jackson Bogardus, is going to come in and hit in place of the second baseman, Baker, in the 8-hole.
Now batting number 21.
Runner takes off from second. Pitch is not in for a strike. Throw down to third is not in time. So Thomason steals second base, or third base. Stole second base as well, but then also just stole third base. And we got a 1-0 count to our pinch hitter, number 21, Bogardus. Next pitch is in there. Fastball misses inside. 2-0 count. 2 outs, runner on third. Next pitch is a fastball in there, catches the outside black part of the plate. 2-1 count now. Next pitch swung on, lofted into the air, right behind shortstop. Third baseman Crail is over, and oh, the ball gets down. So both third baseman Crail and the shortstop Vosek were in the vicinity of that ball there, and it just kind of dropped right behind the glove of the third baseman Crail there. So that will be a run scores. Thomason scores from third on the play since he was running with 2 outs. Scores now 9-5, Vandegrift.
Now batting, number 4, Tyler Hubbard.
Bogardus is on first base now. And with 2 outs, that brings up the number 9 hitter, Hubbard, who's been on base all 3 times tonight. Tripled, singled, and then had a walk in his last at bat. One-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. Runner goes from first, pitch is high and outside. Throw is offline and kicks into center field, but runner will stay at second base. So stolen base for the runner Bogardus. Comes the 2-1 pitch. Runner had a pretty aggressive jump at second base there. Fila stepped off to kind of check him back. Looks like he's set to deliver here. 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses a little low. Ball 3. Three balls and 1 strike to count to the number 9 hitter Hubbard. Pitch swung on, lofted into center field. Center fielder Chris Windesman is underneath it, makes the grab, and that will end the inning. Vandegrift tacks on 1 more run. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Score is the Mavs here in the bottom of the 6th. Current pitcher Roman Fila stands in. He looks at the first pitch, a fastball, misses high and outside, ball 1. Fila batting in the 7th position. That was vacated by the starting pitcher, James Morio. He will be followed by the DH, Caleb Mendoza, and then the current third baseman, Caleb Crail. 1-1 pitch swung on and missed by Fila there, so 1-2 the count. Called strike 3. And that is the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning. Brings up designated hitter Caleb Mendoza. Had a sac bunt back in the 1st inning. Oh, looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. Number 17, Gavin Vanoy, who has been the second baseman all night, is now going to bat in position for the designated hitter, Mendoza.
Now batting for the Mavericks, number 17, Gavin Vanoy.
So Vanoy stands in with 1 out. First pitch is a fastball, misses low and outside. With a final score on the Vista Ridge-Cedar Ridge game. Vista Ridge edges them out by a score of 6-4. Another fastball misses high and outside to Vanoy. Count goes to 2-0. Two old pitches in there for called strike. And the fastball misses high and outside, so it'll be a 3-1 count to Vanoy. Next pitch is high and inside, misses for ball 4. So Vanoy is aboard with a 1-out walk. Brings up the number 9 hitter and third baseman, Caleb Crail.
Now batting, number 29, Caleb Crail.
Crail looks at the first pitch in there, called strike 1. Next pitch, fastball misses outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count now to Crail. Vanoy the runner at first base, 1 out. Pitcher Farrow throws over to first base. Not in time to catch Vanoy. Pitch is swung on, fouled out of play over towards the Vandegrift dugout, third base side. One-two breaking ball misses outside. Count goes to 2-2. Two-two pitch swung on, grounded over the head of the pitcher, and shortstop couldn't find the handle on it, even though it was kind of a tailor-made double play ground ball. And so it's safe all around. They'll probably score that an error on the shortstop. Ground ball was over the head of the pitcher and then just kind of took a couple of soft hops. Shortstop couldn't get a handle on it. So we got runners on first and second, back to the top of the order.
Now batting for the Mavericks, number 26.
Leadoff hitter Ryan Marin stands in. and he takes a fastball right into the middle of the back, and that loads the bases. So we're going to have a conversation on the mound here. Ryan Vosick will be the batter. Vosick definitely due for a hit. A couple of ground outs and had a walk in the back in the third inning. Farrow is going to stay in the game as the pitcher. And with one out, Vosick steps in, and the base is loaded. First pitch misses outside, gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for anybody to advance. So 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch, fastball, catches outside part of the plate, called strike 1. Next pitch swung on, grounded in between third and short, and it is slow moving enough that it's not going to be in time to get anybody. So infield single for Vosick, 1 run scores. As the lead runner Van Noy comes around.
Number 18, Chris Windisman.
Scores now 9-6. Vipers, and Chris Windisman stands in. Takes a big cut at the first pitch he sees, misses strike 1. Swings the next pitch, fouls it back to the screen. So no balls and 2 strikes to count to Windisman. Base is still loaded, 1 out. Next pitch comes in high and tight, misses for ball 1. One-two pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. So 2 outs. Brings up the hot hitting Jackson Collins, 2 for 3 tonight with a single, a double, and flew out to center field. He stands in with bases loaded and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch fastball misses outside, ball 1. Another fastball misses low and outside, ball 2. Another hitter's count for Jackson Collins here. Fastball misses outside and high. 3 balls and no strikes. Three-0 pitch is in there for called strike 1. Three balls and 1 strike to count to the hitter Collins. This pitch is swung on and fouled sharply over third base side. So full count, 2 outs. Bases loaded, runners will be in motion on the pitch. And the 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Mavs tack on Top of 7th inning. Leading off for the Vipers. We're back to the top of the order. Leadoff hitter Jackson stands in with 2-0 count.
Number 1, Jackson.
Next pitch misses down to the dirt, ball 3. Three-0 pitch is over the outside corner for called strike 1. Threw on pitch, swung on, lofted into right center field. Right fielder Goins is over and underneath and makes the grab. So one away here in the top of the 7th. Brings up the 2-hitter Buchanan. 2 singles tonight. Also reached on a walk and grounded out to third. First pitch catches the inside corner, called strike 1. Next pitch, breaking ball. Misses high and outside. Count goes to 1-1. Next pitch, nice changeup in there, called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the hitter Buchanan. Next pitch swung on, lofted into center field. Windesman is underneath it, and he makes the grab for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 quick flyouts for Fila.
Now batting number 29, Okerholm.
2 away. Brings up the DH and 3-hitter Okerholm. Looks at the first pitch, called strike 1. Okerholm with an RBI sac fly. Strikeout. Popped out to second base and a hit by pitch in his last at bat. Takes a big cut at the next pitch and misses. So he's behind 0-2. Ooh, 0-2 pitch misses just a little high, I guess. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Fila does a good job. Goes 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 7th inning. All right, bottom of 7th inning.
Now batting for the Mavericks, number
5, 6, 7
27,
hitters coming up for the
Bailey's.
Mavericks. Leading off will be the catcher, Lance Bailius. Bailius with a double, a strikeout, and a walk in his 3 appearances today. Looks at the first pitch. Ball misses outside. Next pitch, fastball, comes in a little high and tight. Just misses Bailius there. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch goes outside, misses this time. 3 straight balls, 3-0 count to the leadoff hitter Bailius. He'll be followed by the right fielder Jack Goins, and likely a pinch hitter for the pitcher Roman Fila. 3 balls and 1 strike. Now the count. Next pitch swung on. A little Texas leaguer. Takes a lot of spin. Lands down on second baseman. Makes the grab there. Throws it over to first in time. Brings up Jack Goins. Big swing and a miss the first pitch, strike 1. Goins looks at the next pitch. Fastball over the outside part of the plate, called strike 2. Called strike 3. So 2 away. Mavs down their last out. We are going to have a pinch hitter. Number 22, Ryan Shook, comes in to hit in the number 7 spot, replacing the pitcher Roman Fila, who did a great job. Came in, 2 innings pitched, no hits, 1 run that was not earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Shook looks at the first pitch, fastball over the plate, and there for called strike 1. Pitch swung on, grounded to the third baseman. Feels it, makes a throw over to first base, but throw is low and in the dirt. First baseman cannot come up with it, so the Mavs stay alive with a 2-out, safe on an error by Ryan Shook.
Now batting for the Mavericks, number 17.
So that brings up
Gavin Vinoy.
second baseman Gavin Vinoy, who walked in his last at bat here in the 6th inning. First pitch to Vinoy, fastball misses outside and high. Big swing and a miss. The next pitch, strike 1. One pitch swung on, fouled back into the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitcher Farrow working on pitch number 77 of the evening. Next pitch, breaking ball in there for called strike 3. And that will end the inning and the game. So Mavs lose a close one, 9-6 against Vandegrift. That ends the series this week against the Vipers. Join us next week. Mavericks take on a series against the Round Rock Dragons starting on Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. where they will be hosting the Dragons here at McNEIL Field. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us tonight. I want to say a special thank you to our sponsors, Ortho360 and Lone Star Technology Services. Catch us next week, Tuesday night. Have a good evening.